a doll. But for the child, it's a real thing. If you end up breaking a doll of the child, it's a major disaster for the child. For him, it is so real. And not just him, all his friends around him. So they all start crying, say, my God, what happened? And for you, it was just a toy, right? The same way, we keep on playing with these toys, and we are surrounded by other our children friends. Like we all keep on believing the same thing. Whatever we were told, we believe. This thing is precious. Diamonds are precious. Gold is precious. This paper is precious because there is a president's seal on it. So that's a dollar bill. All our belief system is within us. And we are like children playing with these toys. Even though it's a piece of paper, we give it so much importance. I mean, granted,
just because the color is green.
Right. It's just another piece of paper. But we all are under the hypnotic spells. So, but we keep on playing with these toys. But we don't realize that these are just the toys. The toys are not yours, and toys are not ours. Toys are us. We are the toys.
Toys are us.
We are toys. Toys are us.
Very meaningful, very spiritual name.
That's how I get. That's how I said. We are the toys in the hands of consciousness. We are his toys. We are being manipulated all the time. And we think that we are playing the toys. We are being played. We are continuously part of the dance of the consciousness. We never realize that. Because whatever we believe, whatever is in front of us, whatever is behind us, within us, we never believe it because we don't see it. Right? So, there is so much power of suggestions. Rajneesh talks about a race of these Banjara people. They were coming from Baluchistan, from Pakistan. But since the separations, those people stopped coming. But he said that there used to be the women of this Banjara race. One of the race was Khanabdosh. The race Khanabdosh used to come from Pakistan. And the women of Khanabdosh caste were so powerful because they were Banjara. They kept on traveling from one place to another. So the women had to be strong. You can't just go to unknown places and get raped and this and that. So they would not sit home and be quiet. So they were strong. One woman of that race could handle 2-3 men easily. And they would sell different things. And they will keep the prices very high. Then you haggle it down. Say 10 rupees, say okay, you settle for 2 rupees. But the real cost is like 50 cents. But once you say 2 rupees, she will hold your hand and will not let it go until you give her 2 rupees. Like that. They were so
Deal
powerful.
is a deal.
What's that?
Deal is a deal.
Deal is a deal. Then you just have to, you better listen to her, otherwise you're in history. So that's how strong women were. They found out one secret.
I thought that's continuing.
Actually it is. Actually it is. No.
We all experience every day.
So women from Khanabdosh race found out a secret of the hypnotism. They had a very interesting trick on their children because they had to go places and they had to keep children at safe places. And if they start wandering around, the next thing they know, they have to start looking for their children. So what they would do is, with a white chalk, they would a circle around the child. And they will tell him, you cannot leave. If you leave, something major is going to happen. Either you will end up breaking your leg, or some major illness will happen, but you just cannot leave. And starting from a childhood, the child is trained that way. Literally, he had observed, he says, the children try to walk out of that circle as if there is like an imaginary wall. They just cannot cross. The power of suggestion was so strong. And he said that I observed the same phenomenon with their husbands, and even elderly people would be afraid to cross that circle. If she go, and that power of suggestion, because even elderly people were children at one time, and they grew up, and their mothers telling them the same thing, white circle cannot be crossed. So all through the life, they will live like that. And that's how powerful the hypnosis is. And one of the highest hypnosis that we all are living through is the hypnosis of the sansar. So, the more we believe in it, the more real it becomes, and the pains of sansar become part of our life. And before we know, we lose our fun. I just saw a patient yesterday. He's very upset. I said, what happened? He says, my mom has a uterine cancer. She's 83-year-old in India. And I'm very upset. Do you think I should see a psychiatrist or somebody or this and that and all that? And I told him, I said, she's upset and you want her to be cured. She has a cancer and you want to be happy, right? I said, yes. He says, you're wanting something from the life. So clinging to the life again. He's looking for some solution from the life because he is in a situation where he's not happy. Now, he's not happy, ran down the whole Patanjali's 5 koshas, right? So somebody clings to life, want an answer from life, want some solution from life, want some happiness from life, because the bottom line is they are not happy with the current situation. I said, right now your mom is not doing well. She may make it, may not make it. Agreed. Treatment may work, may not work. Agreed. So you have a lot of uncertainties and you want certainty in the future. I said, agreed. He says, why do you want your mother to be cured? Because you love her. I said, there may be a situation, supposing you had a fight with her 20 years ago and you broke up relationship with her for whatever may be the reason, supposing. In that case, this news may not bother you that much because at this point the object was not hypnotizing you anymore. In my mind, I didn't say anything about hypnosis. I said, maybe if you had a fight with her and you cut off relationship with her completely, at this situation would not bother you. So, same situation, right now it's bothering you because of your rag, your attachment for your mother. But if you had hatred for her, in a worst case scenario, you might be even happy that, see, that's what happens for doing this to me. Your ego might tell, but either way, it's an ego. One type of ego makes you attached to her, another ego makes you feel good about the situation. Rag or dvesh, they both are play of the egos. Agreed? Okay. So now, rag and dvesh is there because you consider that you are Mr. So-and-so and she is your mom. I said, okay, what if I argue that I went back to India and I found the DNA analysis, yours and hers don't match. You are not her son. Would the same situation still bother you? He says, yeah, because she raised me. So I said, things have happened. Like in Russia, they had a case 6 months ago that 2 girls were crossed because there was a nurse on the duty and she was reported to put a baby at a certain place and the baby was, some of she didn't remember or whatever, so she put another baby and that was the end, and she was afraid to come out and tell the truth. So the babies got exchanged, and 16 years later they found out by the DNA analysis that they both were in the wrong families. And they asked both the teenage daughters, the girls, if they want to go back to their biological parents. They refused. He says, we are happy because for us, these are our parents. So even your parents are a part of your belief system. You get hypnotized from the moment you are born. The woman who takes care of you is your mother. It doesn't matter. At some point, and she keeps on telling you she's your mother, you keep on believing she's your mother, and the belief system keeps getting worse, and stronger and stronger and stronger, and deeper and deeper and deeper. So, for her, also it's the same thing. If I had changed the baby and told her, this is your baby, not this one, her belief system also keeps getting stronger and stronger. So all these relationships that we have are all based on what?
Belief system.
Belief system. It's all belief system. And all this belief system keep on getting stronger. The whole sansar works on the belief system. So the whole sansar is nothing but an illusion. The facts could be totally different. The DNA might prove totally different. Who is related to what and in what way, we don't know. And all these things, and we live all our life. Right now I said you are upset because you believe she's your mom. If you didn't believe that, that would not have been so bad. if you were told long time ago. So now the question comes in, who are you? Now, so I'm breaking him at 5 different places, and now I'm bringing down to, okay, granted all these things are there, but who are you? And then we go to the same scenario, so this is me. So then I went through the whole thing. You are not the body, you are not the mind, you are the soul. So at the soul level, there are no relationships. And what you believe, that your mom also knew only your physical shape. She cannot know your soul. So she believed this body is my son, and you believed that this body is my mom. So the relationships are at the material level. And the materials keep on changing all the time anyway. The molecules come, molecules go, we eat, we defecate, all is a continuous change. And yet we find relationship among the changing things all the time. And we call it real. So,
I try to fix it.
right. So at the soul level, there is no relationship. There is nothing permanent other than the soul itself. And he left smiling.
I thought he had a migraine. It's hard to digest for some people.
Change the medication. No, I
He's a
need
very
to.
smart guy. He's a research biologist. He was very smart.
It's not easy for ordinary people to go through.
Yeah.
No, it's not that difficult either. You just have to have open mind to understand all these things. If you have open mind, things fall in its own places.
Yeah, people don't think to that extent.
Agree, and that's why it's tough. That's why. But
Mind, that's the problem.
what's that?
You can't open the mind.
That's the problem. Mind is so locked in that we believe everything that our eyes. We believe our senses so much, but there is so much beyond the senses that we don't want to accept.
And we never get that kind of education from school.
Never. And on top of
Throughout
that,
in our life.
our belief system keeps getting worse, denser and denser and denser because of the media and the internet. And we just continuously being given the toys. If not this toy, that toy. But we never think of a state where we don't need toys. We never think about it. So,
I have one question.
mhm.
You didn't tell the answer that a patient who came to you that his mother is 83 or has cancer.
Mhm.
So, and in that case, he should not be happy, or what shall we do?
Well, if you think that at the soul level, basically things change. Bodies change, things change, people are born, people die all the time.
Accept it.
The acceptance will be a lot easier. That this is just a natural flow of events that is taking place. I'm not saying he's going to be dancing in the street, but
Yeah.
at least he will be able to accept it in
Initially,
a
he
healthy
become
way.
upset. So that's a part of the nature.
Yeah, that's
Fine, nothing wrong with that, but how long you carry on? Some people carry on for years. They don't come out of it. 83-year-old mother dies and you carry on for another 20 years. That's just not fair.
Right.
And I said, okay, on top of that, what you're not realizing, that the body that you have to take care of. Now, he stopped taking his diabetic medications. He stopped taking his cholesterol pills. And I said, why? Because he didn't come for like almost 4 to 5 months. I said, why did you say? Well, I've been so upset because of my mom and this and that. I said, the body that is, if at all, I cannot even call it yours, but at least for now it is yours, given to you. How much responsible do you feel for that versus a woman that you have imaginary connections? He says, I realize that. I said, just like in the plane, they say, put the oxygen mask first on your face, and then you take care of your baby.
Right.
Because if you don't have your body, how can you take care of your mom even? Supposing your diabetes goes bad, or if you get a heart attack, you cannot do anything for your mom. And I said, forget about your mom. Now you have a wife and you have a daughter. They are looking up to you for your responsibilities. You won't be able to do that. So I brought him more focused towards. But the problem is,
And as the body grows older, the soul has to live and find another body.
nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's a evolution.
Death is also energy.
Otherwise, you'll be stuck. Like if you think
Exactly.
of the car,
Exactly.
you don't want to get stuck with your car for the rest of his life.
Right.
You want a new car after some time.
Right.
That's all
We
right.
want many things new, but we don't get everything.
Like
All
they say,
imagination.
like they say, it's a throwaway society.
Yeah.
Jugalbandhu. Sorry. Huh?
So we have to remove these illusions. Not that we don't have to maintain the relationships, but we don't have to be tied with these relationships. We have to be able to be free. And you still carry out your normal routine life in the sansar, but we don't have to be bound by it, that we get affected severely. So, how to reach to the Paramatma is how to realize that this is an illusion. One thing is for sure, that stop looking solutions from outside. We just said that sansar is an illusion, and if you're looking for a solution from illusory object or outside people who have not done nothing but make your illusion denser and denser, the solution is never going to happen. So, we have to find the path to the Paramatma is only within you. Right? So, Mullah Nasruddin was sitting on four corners one time. He was drunk, and he had a little more than just the alcohol, a little marijuana and a little bit that too. So, a salesman stops by and asks him, how do I go to the railway station from here? So Mullah Nasruddin says, oh, go this way, then make a right, and then make a left. So okay, the guy starts going, no, wait. You cannot go that way. Go to the left instead of right, go to the left, and then make a right, and then make two rights, and then you're there. So the guy starts, oh no, wait, I don't think you can go that way either. So how about, no, go this way, and then make a circle. There is a circle, then you go this way, and then make a left at the circle, then right. So the guy starts going, no, wait, I don't think you can go that way. So he exhausts all four directions. Mullah Nasruddin says, and then he turns around. He says, no, you cannot go there. So the sales guy says, is there any way from here I can reach to the station? He says, well, if you rely on me, I don't think so. Because I've been waiting here for 6 hours and trying to reach to the station myself. Don't you think I would have been there? So we are going in a wrong direction.
I missed something.
So outside, there is nothing there. The solution to reach anywhere is not outside. It's all within. The world is full of dead people or dying people. And yet people have found solutions. They have found the indications of Paramatma being expressed everywhere. But our vision has to change. Our hypnosis has to wane off.
So believing God is also power of suggestion.
Yes. It can. You can change. In the beginning, it is just the power of suggestions, yes. But it's a better power of suggestions. And then little by little, again, the belief system is at the mind level though. But when you meditate, even that belief will start waning off. And then the belief does not exist, it's the experience. Then belief will become such a remote thing.
Finally, it is all about experience.
Yes, finally it's all about experience. It's all hypnosis. Self-hypnosis.
You are the God.
You are the-
Absolutely. That's the final answer.
Toys are us and gods are us.
Gods are us. Alright, that's a good one. Gods are us. Wonderful. So let's stop running after in the wrong direction. Stop running after the sansar to give us a solutions.
I thought you told stop running in the morning, you know.
The life is too short, and we have to spend every single second exploring the world of spirituality. And there is no guarantee when we'll reach there, how we'll reach there, but at least it's our desire to reach there is going to take us forward, rather than being sluggish and definitely not getting involved into the material objects, right?
The journey is more important than the destination.
Right. So, outside journey will stop only if you realize that the desires cannot be satisfied. Desires is almost like drinking ocean water. Nobody has satisfied themselves by drinking ocean water. If they're thirsty and they drink ocean water, it's just going to make them more thirsty. Same thing, sharab has never made anybody satisfy their thirst. You're going to be thirsty for more and more. So the question is, प्यास कम है और शराब कम है. Whether your desire is less or sharab is not enough. So once you realize sharab is enough, then only the contentment that you have with your life is the first step to start going within. Once you realize that whatever I have is enough, and then your inside journey will start. So, instead of wasting time in the questions, we should try to find answers ourselves. Because if the questions are asked under the hypnotic spells, the questions are going to be wrong. And the wrong questions cannot have right answers. So the better thing is to go within, where it is full of questions, but then full of answers also. So some of the answers can be only experienced. And that's the only journey we all want to take.
Okay.
Right?
Stop asking questions.
No, I didn't say that.